Time now for DIY and Dollars. Joining us for that is horticulturist and author of Lawncare for Dummies, Lance Walheim. You have some tree planting tips for us, Lance. So how can homeowners choose the right tree?
Well, first off, trees are the hardest working part of our landscape. I mean, think about what they do for us. They shade and beautify our homes and neighborhoods. They filter pollutants out of the air. They provide habitat for wildlife. They prevent erosion. You can even save money by planting trees in the right spot. If you put shade trees on the east and the west side, you can cut your air conditioning costs by up to 25%. But, I think planting a tree is really a statement that says you believe in the future. And in these days, that's always a good thing. But number one, make sure you choose the right tree. It's too easy to go into a garden center or a nursery and see a flowering tree or a fall color tree and say, that's the one I want. You need to do a little bit of homework, find out how big these trees, how wide they get. Are they going to damage sidewalks or sewer lines? Are they going to make a mess on your patio or your sidewalk? And you certainly don't want to plant a tree that's going to get into the power lines. So do some homework and make sure you're getting a tree that's going to grow well in your spot.
What are your tips to keep the tree healthy?
Yeah, well, if we're talking about newly planted trees, you want to make sure you plant it at the right depth. You want that root ball about an inch above the surrounding soil so it can settle in. It should be about twice as wide as the root ball. When you're filling in the soil, create a little soil basin around the tree so you can direct water right to the root ball. That's very important. You don't want these trees to dry out, these new trees. I'd put down several inches of an organic mulch. That's going to cool the soil, reduce evaporation, save water, and reduce weeds. You don't want the lawn either to go right up against the trunk of the tree. Stake the tree properly so that it can sway in the wind instead of how it usually comes tightly tied to one stake in the nursery. So those are things that you really can do to make sure your tree is healthy in the future.
Only if we need this one. What can people do to protect the tree from invasive pests?
That's great. Well, I recommend BIOADVANCED 12-month tree and shrub protect and feed. You don't have to spray. You apply it to the base of the tree according to the label instructions, and it's absorbed up into the tree and protects it from the inside out. If you want more information on how to care for trees, plant them, and solve pest problems, you can go to bioadvanced.com.
Thank you very much, Lance, and keep growing.
Thank you.
More Business First AM. Check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.